Hi everyone, welcome to CompuScholar's Professional Development webinar for April of 2025. Today we're excited to share some planned projects that we have coming up on our roadmap for the 2025-2026 school year and beyond. We'll begin by looking at some of the course updates that are either already well in progress or that are planned, and then we'll take a look at some of the new system features. The first big course update is for Java Programming 2025, and you may have seen prior announcements about this. We've revised this course to match the new requirements for AP Computer Science A, and the course has successfully been re-endorsed by the College Board, and so we'll be releasing that new course formally in late May after the current exam year has concluded. We've also had a recent request from some teachers to provide more challenging homework exercises in this course, so we're planning on adding those as well. And we expect those to roll in by the fall of 2025. We do have a lot more detail about the Java programming updates and a webinar and blog, so let me show you where to find those on our website. At CompuScholar.com, we'll scroll down and click on For Classrooms. And then we can go to Blog. And here's our blog post on the Java programming updates for 2025. So you can come over here, take a look, and review all the updates. And then if you wanted to go to our webinars page, you can see our February webinar was all about those updates as well. So come on over here if you'd like a video walkthrough. The next big update will be for our Unity game programming class. Unity gets a new development environment about every 6 months. There are many releases of that IDE, and of course that's challenging for us to keep up with. So what we'll normally do every couple of years is have a big update over the summer just to bootstrap everything up to the latest version of the IDE. And this summer is no different. There's a fairly big release where Unity has moved from 5.x to 6.x, and so we'll be updating our Unity game programming course to match. We anticipate this release will be in the fall of 2025, so we've color-coded this orange because it's not quite complete yet. And so by the time the fall semester starts, you will certainly have a new version of Unity game programming where it will be up to date with the latest version of the IDE as of the summer of 2025. The next two course updates are longer-term things, so I've got a question mark here under the year 2020 question mark. The Python programming class that we have currently is a single semester class, and we have plans to extend that to a full school year by popular request and to more formally align that class with many common Computer Science 1 standards that we see in many states. So just like our C# class and our Java class, you'll be able to use our Python programming class comfortably in a Computer Science 1 setting. We also want to add more formal support for industry exams. We know certifications are important, and so we want to make sure the new Python programming class will better support a variety of industry exams. We've color-coded this one red because it's one of the furthest out, and so we anticipate a release sometime in the 2026 timeframe. We're not promising anything at this point, but we want to let you know that this big update is coming for the Python class. Similarly, we have a lot of great things planned for our web design class, and this is most likely a 2026 release as well. The biggest news is we're going to be moving everything to an entirely online development environment, so kids won't have to worry about coding in Notepad or TextEdit or external tools and then managing files on their own computer. They can do everything online within our system, just like you can code in Java or C# or Python. We'll have that HTML support in our online coding engine, so that'll be a great big change. We also plan strategically to break apart those semester-long projects, so if you've worked with web design before, you'll know in our class we have one long-running project for the first semester called Raptors, and then a second semester another long-running project called Aquamaniacs. So we plan to break those apart into a series of more independent chapter-level activities as opposed to having overarching projects that span the entire semesters. So we anticipate these improvements to the web design course will be released again sometime in the 2026 timeframe. We do have some minor tweaks in other courses as well. For example, Digital Savvy and Tech Essentials. We're updating those courses in minor ways for state alignment purposes, so we might be adding some supplemental lessons or things like that. And we also want to maintain the currency of those courses. Naturally, the third-party software that we cover in that course, like Microsoft Office or Google Docs, will update over time, and so we just need to keep up with those third-party packages. And so these tweaks are essentially done for the upcoming school year, and so we plan to release those later in May as we transition to the new school year. So let's shift over and talk about some system features. The first system feature that you may have never heard of is called LTI. So LTI is a protocol used to connect learning management systems like Canvas and Schoology to our material. So we're going to be upgrading the protocol version to LTI 1.3. And so for your administrators, this will give you an easier configuration path where you can just type in a URL and everything will be automatically configured. This will also give teachers better gradebook status updates. So if there's a homework exercise, for example, that's pending some sort of manual teacher grade, you'll be able to get a signal directly within your Canvas or Schoology system that there's a homework exercise or a chapter activity that's pending some teacher action. And these LTI 1.3 updates are complete, and we are currently ongoing beta testing, so there should be no problem rolling these out into the fall of the 2025 school year. The next big feature we're really excited about is Google Classroom support by popular request. So teachers can now do automatic rostering and single sign-on through Google Classroom. They can also publish activities and materials and so forth back into Google Classroom, and will sync their quiz grades and their test grades and their activity grades into Google Classroom. This is complete as well. You may have seen some announcements within the last 6 weeks or so about this. So let me show you where to find more information on Google Classroom support. Back here in our monthly webinars page, you can look at March 2025, and here's your video walkthrough of Google Classroom integrations. If you don't have time to watch a 10-minute video and you just want to read a quick blog post, you can come over here to our blog and get a summary of that same information. So take a look at this webinar and this blog post if you're a Google Classroom user and you'd like to find out more about this new integration opportunity. The last big system feature that we have plans to update is our reporting engine. So currently, if you go into your teacher menu and you click on the report dashboard, what you're seeing there in terms of all the widgets and all the reports is actually provided by a third-party reporting engine that we've been using for a number of years. And what we found over time is that we would like to essentially come up with our own reporting engine that's very focused and tailored on what our CompuScholar teachers need. So we want to make the overall reporting engine simpler, much faster, and provide reports that are more relevant to our teachers. So we plan to release this sometime in the fall of 2025. So we hope that'll be a great update for teachers that like to analyze data about their student progress and engagement. So at a high level, those are the big things, the big projects that we have going on here at CompuScholar. We've kind of put them on a timeline here just to summarize when things will be released. So starting in late May or early June, as the school year wraps up, our LTI 1.3 support will be rolled out. Google Classroom support is ongoing in our current beta, and the Java Programming 2025 edition will be released. Sometime later over the summer, as we move into July and August, the Unity updates will be released. We hope to have that new reporting engine released, and the new homework exercises for Java programming will trickle out over the summer as well. And then later on in the 2026 plus timeframe, we've got the bigger scale updates planned for Python programming and web design. So here's what we've got going on at CompuScholar. I will mention that many of these things are as a result of teacher feedback and teacher suggestions. So we always keep our ear to the ground. We want to hear what you think. And so if there's something you want us to be working on, please don't hesitate to contact us. We'd love to hear from you and get your pet projects added to the roadmap. Thanks so much for watching. As always, we appreciate your time, and you're welcome to contact us through our website, by phone, or by email with your questions.